Okay, I'm going to have some terms about using AI in video games because there's more to just AI video games than the graphics and the story. Gameplay wise, I do think you can use AI bots made with this new AI tech to make the computer opponents smarter. But using AI in the graphics or the story, for me, that's a no-go. I'm making a promise that my art, my art, my freaking, no, not just freaking, my art, my stories are not going to be using AI. I've masked this AI stuff is disrespectful to animation, it's disrespectful to live action, it's disrespectful to video games, which now I'm actually saying is an art form that surpasses mirror, becomes inner art. It is an art form, but not really in the same vein as every other art form. Kind of like how books is not a visual art form, video games are not a quote-unquote stationary art form. Books, unless if it's a visual book, is more or less a text-based art form, and video game are an interactive-based art form, and so is virtual reality. Which that one's a very new art form that has been invented. And it's been invented in the 90s. It took a while for them to come back up 2 decades later. And now VR is starting to become the second interactive art form. Learn the difference. Text-based art is books. AI art is not art. Visual-based art forms are video games, movies. Wait, no, I'm going to say not video games. Movies, video games, and VR are still visual. But visual art forms are like paintings, movies, anime, TV shows, whatever. And video games and virtual reality are interactive art forms. The reason why I'm calling virtual reality and video games interactive, movies, TV shows, and anime, visual and text-based books, also it's a visual book, which in that case it can transcend it still. I'll tell you why when I get the final chapter following the graphic novel. Is because it actually is able, there's more than just the story and the visuals. There's the gameplay and how the computer opponents interact, how the player interacts, the world you can traverse, all of it. Which is why some games with bad stories are actually masterpieces. Some games with amazing stories are actually terrible works of art. Because the moment you add gameplay into it, or interactivity, it becomes a lot more complicated to make something that's a good story, good gameplay, and good visuals. And trust me, Ocarina of Time is still the greatest game of all time. 99 Metascore has yet to be beaten with a 100 Metascore video game. Which blows my mind. How has nobody made a 100 Metascore video game yet? But anyways, other than that, I will say this. I will make an exception for video games and what else? VR, if none of the story or none of the visuals are made with AI. The only thing I'll allow AI to do in video games is world generation, if necessary, like in Minecraft or No Man's Sky, or I'll only let AI usage be used for or one other thing, and that's computer opponents. Or stuff like world generation or computer opponents. Like maybe weapon generation or stuff like that, like in Borderlands. So yeah, I do think as long as the art itself, the story, and the visuals are not affected. Gameplay wise, maybe we can use AI a bit. But outside of interactive art forms, hell nah. We are not using AI in like any visual or story based. No writing with AI and no visuals with AI. Got that?